If you're struggling to trust your intuition when you paint, then I've got an exercise that might help you. Hi there, I'm Janine, I'm an artist and I share my creative journey on this channel. When I started intuitive painting, I found it quite difficult to let go and actually trust my intuition. I was often overthinking and kind of getting a bit too much into my head, and there's a good chance that if you're quite new to intuitive painting, then that might apply to you as well. Intuitive painting, and especially abstract painting, is more often about a feeling rather than a subject matter. And my own work, for example, is about the feeling of the sea and being by the sea, and not the sea itself. So if we think about it that way, then we can use that feeling that we want to feel, or that we want our painting to convey, as a starting point. So let's say you want your painting to feel joyful, then that will help you guide your decisions that you're making, your intuitive decisions. Does the mark you're making feel joyful to you? And there's no right or wrong. Something that feels joyful to you will be different to what is joyful to me, and what's joyful to your neighbour. So that's the beauty of intuitive painting, that it's so different for everybody else, but the feeling that comes out of it so often does translate. So the exercise I'm going to show you today is pick a feeling and then just paint with that in mind. And don't overthink it. It's simply about what this feels like to you. So I'm going to show you and take you along, and that will hopefully make a little bit more sense. So I might as well start with joyful. That's what we've been talking about. And for me, that is quite vibrant colours, often warm colours as well. And it also kind of determines the tools or the marks you're making. So let's just experiment a little bit. So I've not mixed them, which I think looks quite interesting and quite joyful to me. And don't worry about putting something on the page that doesn't work with your feeling, because you can always paint over it. Let's try this slightly more muted colour. Another thing I find quite joyful is energetic marks, so something a bit more like this rather than a really calm one. But I think it's nice to include some different marks, so not only energetic ones but also some more quiet ones, because that'll make your energetic marks look more energetic. And I'm simply experimenting here. I'm not really thinking about, oh, I want this to feel joyful, so I have to do it this way. It's more like I'm putting something on the page and then kind of evaluate if it does that or not. And if it doesn't, then I can go back over it. And the thing is, if you're subconsciously thinking about that feeling, then it often guides your decisions anyway, so you don't really have to think about it. It will come through anyway. Like, I think that was a bit too, bringing it down a little bit too much, so I think I'm going to also lighten it. Maybe add some white up here. And that to me feels very joyful. And it's not a finished painting, it's just a quick sketch, but it kind of shows me how joyful looks to me. And then let's do another one. I think as a contrast we'll do calm. So actually I really enjoyed working with this, so I'll try that again. And yes, I'm thinking a little bit about the choices I'm making. For example, I'm thinking blue is quite calm to me. So I'm starting with a blue, but then as I go on, I try not to think about it too much. Again, it's more my subconscious guiding me, because my subconscious knows that I want to make a kind of calm painting. And if it doesn't, then maybe that's not the right feeling for you. You could also just paint exactly the way you feel in that moment, just to express how you're feeling. I think that is what happens a lot when people paint anger or sadness or those more darker feelings. It's often because that is something they've experienced or that they're feeling in that moment. And you see how I'm already moving much slower, not as erratic. And let's see if I could add a bright color and it still be calm. I think so, but maybe it needs to be more of a color block. Or maybe just a wash of color. I'm just experimenting here. It might be that I don't want to say wrong, but that I don't really capture that feeling in that moment. But as I said, you can just go over it again. Like this, I think has a bit too much texture for me to be calm, which was fine if you wanted calm and something else, which I often do in my work. But if I just wanted to paint calm, then I think this is maybe a bit too textured. Even this I think is probably too bold now. So I'll just go over it, and I'm making those choices intuitively. So I'm looking at it and I think, what am I feeling? I'm not feeling super calm. This feels not so calm to me, and that's why I'm painting a little bit over it. So this to me does say calm. It's not the calmest painting I could ever make, but it feels calm to me. And it might feel very energetic to somebody else, but to me, I think that is very calm. Let's do one more. And for this, I think I'm going to go for another contrast, which is alive. So quite the opposite to calm. And I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I'm just picking a colour that I feel like picking when I think of alive. And you don't really have to think, I want yellow because it feels alive. your subconscious already does this for you. And again, for alive, I would probably make some more automatically, almost make some more erratic marks. And I'd probably leave this at that, actually. That feels very alive to me. Alive and joyful. I could even have reversed that. This could be alive. And this one could be joyful. And maybe you think this is more joyful and this one's more alive. And that's the beauty of intuitive painting. It's so personal to you, and it does not matter if you paint a painting, you think it's joyful, and somebody else does not think that. That's not the purpose of intuitive painting. It's just about your own inner world. So I hope this has helped you a little bit to see how you can get out of your head a little bit. And I suggest you try it. Pick a feeling, paint it. Do not think too much. Just paint and experiment. And if you want to see how I paint intuitively on a larger scale, then I've made a couple of videos recently where I paint 2 paintings intuitively, and I'll talk you through my process, and I'll link that in the description below. Thanks, and bye bye.